meant to compel them, should I say, to come in. Now, we know that word compel in the Greek goes back to what? Threaten. So that's the energy on the planet Earth. The Lord is threatening Esau on all fronts. You know, obviously with the prophets, even you see here, well, he's in the spirit. He's under the spirit, man. Because he's speaking things that's in direct ordinance, you know, is in harmony with the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So, I mean, if it's something else that jump out to you, but that's pretty much it. I see the word booming.
Yeah. God.
You know? So yeah, we can go back to the article.
It says Russian President Vladimir Putin issued an anonymous nuclear warning to the West, saying that his country is technically ready for a nuclear war.
Right. Now he's saying that it's technically, right? Yeah. And you know that matched the video, I want to say, video clip. Matter of fact, let's continue right here and we'll go over to the video.
It says, from a military technical point of view, we are, of course, ready. Our nuclear forces are constantly in a state of combat readiness, Putin told state TV run channel Russia 1 and news agency RIA Novosti in an interview on Tuesday.
Right. So you see that word ready. Salaki. It's a little delay, but you see that word ready though. Readiness being thrown around. So that's pretty much Yahweh Shem Yahushua making good on those death threats, those promises. Pieces are in play. War is a reality. A global world war is more of a reality than it have ever been. You see here where even Putin is making the claim that they're ready. They're advanced. Come on.
It says his remarks come days after he warned Salakia. Let me read it again. It says his remarks come days after he warned during his annual State of the Nation address in Moscow that his strategic nuclear forces are in a state of full readiness.
Right, and keep that in mind.
It says since September.
Yeah, keep that in mind. That word readiness, state of full readiness. This directly links back to biblical prophecy. We're going to get into that. Come on.
It says, Putin has said since September 2022 that Russia was prepared to use nuclear weapons to defend its territorial integrity, declaring that this is not a bluff.
Right, and why is this the lingo? Why is this the lingo on the planet Earth? It talks of war. Missiles being paraded up and down the streets. They're test firing missiles. Simultaneously, you have the prophets pretty much serving as the, what would you call it, the theme music, so to speak, the soundtrack. That's the presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So now, is there more on that?
That was pretty much the point on it.
If you wanted to add something to it, you got it. But if not, we can switch over to the clip.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says his country is ready to use nuclear weapons if its sovereignty or independence is threatened.
Right. So
Putin
now,
said,
see that word ready? You know, because pretty much Yahweh Shema have them on standby. Remember, everything is at the disposal of the Heavenly Father. Everything is at His disposal. Even when you read, I want to say that's Sirach, the 39th chapter, where it speaks about it, right? Where you have those creatures they're waiting, and at the Lord's command, they're ready to pounce on whatever He commands them to attack, man. But guess what? Even kings, the kings of the earth, like each and every individual, is under the control, if you will, of a higher form of intelligence. Yahweh, and through His hand, Yahweh Shai, man. Right? When you read, for example, Matthew the 28th chapter, where Yahweh Shai made the statement, all power has been given unto me. That word all, it means just what it says. From individuals to things to places to people, whatever, is under the control of the hand of the Lord, man. So when you keep hearing Putin saying ready, that's the Lord. Hey, matter of fact, give me what's that? Joel? Is that Joel, the 3rd chapter? Wake up.
Oh yeah,
right? So now Putin coming up saying, I'm ready to go. That's because he's under the orders of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Even when you read the account when the angels, when the Lord had the angels on the right hand and on the left hand, I believe that's in the book of 2 Kings. And the Lord said, who will go for me? And one angel stood up and said, I will go, you know? But that's the same with Putin. Putin is pretty much standing up and resuming the role given him by Yahweh Shai. That's why you keep hearing that word, we ready. We know that term, my friend. Because why? It's Yahweh Shai, man. Everybody is under the control of Yahweh Shai. And Putin is not going to come up with this Lord. Instinctively, he's ready to proceed forth with this next phase in biblical prophecy, and that's the brain war. Come on, Mark.
The book of Joel 3:9, it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
Right, wake up the mighty men. So that's why you hear that phrase, we ready. Come on, Mark.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Right, let them come on the scene. See that? And that complements Matthew the 24th chapter, where the fig begins to bud forth. One of those figs is a missile being paraded up the street, or being test fired. Come on.
Beat your plowshares into swords, like it. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pointing hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong.
And so the energy on the planet Earth is to develop these missiles, to take all of your resources into take all of your resources into translate them into missiles. See? Really everything, like aluminum, you go to like these junkyards, people selling aluminum and copper, really that shit going into the missiles, you know? All of those resources is being brought forth to aid the developing of the Lord's arrow. See? So yeah, we can go back.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says his country is ready to use nuclear weapons if its sovereignty or independence is threatened. Putin says that Russia boasts a more modern nuclear arsenal than anyone else, and that the West is working on modernizing its own. But he said this doesn't mean the world is heading for nuclear war. He suggested that U.S. President Joe Biden's experience ensures.
He said, yeah, here it is. He just made this big, grand statement. We ready for nuclear war. Our missiles are advanced. Yet, this doesn't mean we're headed for war. Right? Let's get the precept on that out, because he's not in control. And he's under the orders of Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. The determination of the Lord is to destroy America. And there's nothing no one can do to somehow offset, discourage, if you will, those intents. It tells you that in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Who can turn back the arrow shot from a mighty man? The mighty man goes back to the Heavenly Father. Come on,
Con, 1 Thessalonians 5:3 reads, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, and travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Right. So no matter how much they campaign for it to be peace and safety, the destruction is coming. You see where it's likened to a woman with child. That's a vivid illustration that contributes to the clarity. You consider a woman who was in her 9th month. Those contractions are beginning to become closer and closer. Then it's unfeudable. You can't step in and say, nah, she got time. No. Through the natural order of time itself, she's going to have that baby sooner than later, man. So that's why the scriptures liken this volatile moment to a woman with travail. So it doesn't matter if Putin say, yeah, we got the capability, but matter of fact, let's get that in Proverbs the 21st chapter. Let's really see who's in control. Hey man, this is heavy times, man. Because really this moment cannot be compared to any other time. But right, as grand as a moment that was, it's going to pale in comparison to the overthrow of Esau, man. Which would be so emphatic to where the whole earth, the entire planet Earth is going to reel to and fro. You ever saw these video clips of these earthquakes out in San Francisco or whatever? You catch footage of a bank or whatever. You see the building shaking. Hey, World War III, man, it's going to be shaking so violently to where the whole earth is going to be knocked off its axis. Come on.
Con, the book of Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will."
Right. So the Lord is the one who pretty much influenced kings. So it doesn't matter what Putin say. The Lord is the one who's in control. See that?